Vice Chairman Haji Gongo, Second Vice Chairperson Anita Mong, all the other Vice Chairpersons, members of SEC, all the other supporters of and the leaders of NRM who are here, and those who are listening. I thank the Electoral Commission for doing the detailed work of studying the documents and approving our candidacy, our candidature. It's a lot of work, a lot of paperwork. I congratulate them. I congratulate the Electoral Commission. I want to thank the NRM members for again showing trust in me and electing me as the NRM chairperson for the period 1925-1931, and also for the flag bearer for the period 1926-1931. As we have discussed in our inner organs, but before I talk about the future, I hope nobody will accuse the Electoral Commission for campaigning for me. When they selected this site here, what I challenged the NRM media team to do is to go and get a satellite picture of 1986, if they can, of this area. Sometimes those pictures are there. Get a satellite picture of this area, this area, which they call Ruboa, Weza, they mix them up. This whole area, up to Wewaja. If they could get the satellite pictures of 1986 of these areas and now, then you would not have to campaign much, you just show. You Gen Z people, these are Gen Z, Gen Z, Gen Z. The Gen Z is my comrades, my supporters. You should see that picture of 1986 here. This was a coffee shamba here. That's why they call it Ruboa Estate. It was a coffee shamba owned by a British company called Mitchell Courts. Now when you come here, it's amazing. If you, all the way you can see. A satellite picture of 1986 and now would speak many words rather than just talking. And the whole of, if you want to show the whole of Kampala, 1986 from the satellite, and now, just the picture. So where we are moving to now is to, again, convince the people of Uganda of what has been achieved in the past and what we are planning to do now. At Kololo, I will say more in the afternoon, but really we have got two major thrusts. Thrust number one is to work with the middle class and the investors from outside to completely transform Uganda from a lower middle income country, which we are now. We are no longer a least developed country, we are now a lower middle income country, to high middle income country moving towards first world country. I think the idea is that in this Sanja which you are now concluding, if you check the figures, the GDP of Uganda has doubled, apparently. I had not bothered to check that, but they pointed it out. That at the end of the last Sanja, we were like 34 billion. We are now 66 billion. It's really, I don't know why NRM doesn't talk more about some of these things, because they are really remarkable. To double the size of GDP in one term is not a mean achievement. And this is what we intend to do in this coming term. And things are now much faster because we have everything that we didn't have in the past. We have electricity. We have the roads, although we need to repair some of the others. We have the telephones. We have the manpower, the educated people. We have the peace. That's why we are being flooded with more investments. Because people in the world are looking for a peaceful area, a peaceful and profitable area where to invest. That's why there's one of our Asian people, the one who was heading the Uganda Indian Association, I've forgotten his name, but he always tells me about Uganda being a land of the 3 Ps. Peaceful, profitable, and something else, 3 Ps. Peaceful, profitable, and some other third one. It has got everything. They are coming because there is peace. But on the other side, we, the NRM people, need to ensure that all our population layers get involved. This is where we have some challenges. And this is where we need to address what I always call the mass issues, the issues of the masses. Number one, everybody to be involved in the money economy with the Kibaro. That's number one. Number two, education. Free education for our children of the poor in government schools. For all children in the government schools. The rich ones can take their children to private schools. Number three, the roads. Making sure that the tarmac roads are repaired on time so that we don't have to lose time and then get potholes and then come late and do so more expensively. But also, the Maram roads are maintained. And the money is always sent. The next one, health, the health. The immunization is doing very well, but the curative side sometimes has problems. Ensure that the drugs are there, are not stolen. The issue of water, safe water for all the villages, that must be concluded. Then crime. There is peace in the country. There is no war. The army cannot allow that. But there is a bit of crime and impunity. Criminals who are not handled because of some corruption among the people involved. The NRM structures need to come out and help expose crime and hold accountable all the criminals. And then getting rid of corruption. These ones will help all our people to enjoy the transformation going on in Uganda. It's not good for the middle class to do well, as you can see, because all these people who have built these houses here, you can see from far beyond Bwebaja, areas which were bush are now high-value properties. They are owned by some people, the middle class. But we want the wananchi, all the wananchi, to benefit. So this is the double mission in the coming Kisanja. Continue empowering the middle class, the investors, whether local or from outside, but make sure that the masses are all involved. I thank you. We shall say more as we go along. I thank you, and I wish everybody good luck.
At your discretion, you may wish to take some questions, if you may. Yes, you come here.
5 questions.
Thank you. So you say your media house?
Or to be fair, 6. 3 for boys, 3 for girls.
Thank you. Mr. Kaya, straight to the point. You say your name, your media house, and straight to the point with one question.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Tera Kaya is my name. Kulwaba piza antipoka nchibuze mu Luganda. Your Excellency, mu myaka gino waliwo abantu bangi abakyagobwa ku ttaka naddala abakadde babakoonedde amayumba. Waliwo ne mukono eyo eyali omulwanyi wo Musa Mwanje, family eri displaced. Ensonga y'ettaka naddala mu Buganda ogenda gitunulira otya?
Ensonga y'ettaka ffe aba NRM twagikolokodda mu CA n'omuteeka erufuga ettaka eryajja luvannyuma twalemerawo ne tugamba nti ow'ekibanja talina kugobebwa ate obusuulu bulina okubeera kw'ekikomo. Kati abo bonna bye bakola bimenya amateeka. Awo wenenyeza ba RDCs bange tebandikiriza ekyo kubeera okubanga ebiragiro tibikkiriza omuntu yenna kugoba ow'ekibanja oba okumutemako ekibanja ekyo. Olusalo olwo twaluwangula dda mu biragiro. Soma ebiragiro, bamwita Kaya, osome ebiragiro by'ettaka olabe ow'ettaka takkirizibwa kugoba ow'ekibanja. Babikola mu bumenyi bw'amateeka. And because kati kyemukola mulonde ababaka ba NRM. Kubanga abo abasirikira ebyambiyoni ebyo buwekenenya ogenda kusanga bano bemwaleeta abalala abali ku byabwe. Ate ne bwe twali tulwana mu by'ettaka baali batuwakanya, baali tebaagala kulwana kuwa ekibanja, ffe tulemera kuwa ekibanja. Soma ekiragiro ky'ettaka nga bwekiri, tekikiriza. Tokkirizibwa kugoba w'ekibanja, tokkirizibwa kumutemako ekitundu ky'ekibanja kye, ate obusuulu buliko ekikomo. Ate government Minister of Lands yabukiriza si bw'amaanyi. Ab'amataka b'emulugonyo olwo ne bagamba nti siringi 10,000 lwokka olwaliwo mu budde obwo nti tulina makulu nimbagamba nti temulaba abaserikale bankubira salute eriko sente meka obusolo obwo salute yokka nti sebe nkutegedde olusalo olutwalwana netulwangula banamboze bali babalimba wano nti bebagamba nti ettaka lya Buganda lyabasenze siri abamayiro bokka. So the issue is implementation, not the law, because we handled it.
Shamim.
Thank you, Mr. President. I am Shamim Nabakoza. I work with NBS Television. Mr. President, I have just two. One, to find out from you.
Only one question, because remember...
Okay, thank you, Mr. President.
Remember, we're in democracy now.
Thank you, Mr. President. And that's where I want to begin from, on the question of democracy. As a father of this nation, how are you entirely preparing it for transition away from just the elections? Thank you, Mr. President.
Well, this is what I said. When I introduced, I told you that we are, point number 3 in our principles is socio-economic transformation. Nabakoza. Just look around, see here, what do you call this? This one was a samba. The other samba lyemwanyi wano. Naye tunule ekiri wano. Ate aba electoral commission bakoze bulungi ne bandeeta wano. Ate namwe ne babaleeta. Ate ne mujja na kamera zammwe mukube bufaananyi. Mwagala kugenda mugulu oba mwagala kugenda mugeeyana? Oba mwagala kugenda mugulu mulina okubeera ab'amazima. Nsomoozezza abantu bange aba press batufunire ebifaananyi by'ebitundu bino 86 nakati bafune ebyolwaleero mulabe muteeke mawulire gammwe. So our main work is not just formal democracy, just elections, but socio-economic transformation. In the speech in the national conference, I gave you the 5 stages, which I don't want to go into now. Recovery, expansion, diversification, value addition. Now we are in phase 5 of knowledge economy. That's transformation.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Timothy Nyangweso with UBC. My question is the number, you both showed that the numbers between 0 and 18 is 55%. And also 19 to 24 is about 22%. In the next Chisanja, we're going to have about a boom of young people, 49%. What is the plan for those young people of a boom of 49% in the next Chisanja?
Mr. Nyangweso, Olumusaada Musamya, Oliotie.
Ndiyo, Olibulai.
Ndi Mulai.
Abengo.
Abengo Balai. We are speaking our language, which these people don't understand. The answer to your question is what we have told you, and I would like anybody who has got contrary opinion to oppose it. We have told you repeatedly that the answer for all Ugandans for livelihood are the 4 sectors. Nyangweso wulidde munange sectors ennya: obubondo, obuna. Mukamereza muzikola oba zikola munkwate ate anampakanya aveyo tuwakane. There is no other way except the 4 sectors. Sector 1, commercial agriculture with the Chivaro. If you have got land, if you want to get out of poverty, route number one to get out of poverty is to engage in commercial agriculture with the Chivaro. And we have told you repeatedly how that should be. Sector 2, manufacturing and artisanship. That is the second sector. Third sector, services, hotels, tourism, transport, rumor mongering like you people here. Somebody lives by rumor mongering. This is a service. Nyangweso is picking rumors from here, taking them around that he's informing us. Most of the time he's misinforming us. But we pay you. That Nyangweso is paid for Osakama Uri. Osakama Uri, no Bulimba, Bionana, Sakan, Netumusasura. Services. Sector 3. Sector 4, it is really part of Sector 3, but I like to put it separate. ICT. There is, for instance, a sector known as, an activity known as BPOs, business processes outsourcing. Somebody can be an auditor here or an accountant, and he gets assignment from Canada, a company in Canada. They send you their books here. You arrange them properly as an accountant should do, and you send them back, and they pay you. So this is the fourth sector. ICT, number 1, services, number 2, manufacturing and artisanship, number 3, commercial agriculture, number 4. There is no other way. If anybody tells you there's another way of how the young, whether you are young or old or ancient or modern, these are the 4. If there's anybody who knows another sector, I have forgotten. Of course, there is government service, public service, but it is also a service. You hear they call it public service. There's also political service, politicians. That is also a service. But the problem with the public service is that the jobs are very limited. The whole public service is 480,000. All of them, soldiers, policemen, spies, rumor mongers working for the government, corrupt civil servants, all of them together, 480,000. Population of Uganda is 46 million. How can the government be a solution? It's not a solution. That's why we've been telling you that even where we are now, manufacturing is employing 1.2 million people. That is almost 3 times compared to what the government is employing. Services are employing 5 million people. The agriculture is employing 3.6 million. But I have told you, I've given the example of Nyakana or Fort Portal, who is using 1 acre in commercial agriculture with the Chivaro, and he's getting very good money, and he's employing 15 people. And I've told you that if people with 1 acre, 7 million of them, if each one employed 15 people, would create 105 million jobs, more jobs than all the Ugandans. And it can happen. That's what happens to you people when you go to China, to Japan to do HAU. You get jobs which the Japanese are not doing. They don't have enough people to do those jobs. Here we can do it here. If you listen to our message, the 4 sectors, I challenge anybody in Uganda, abroad, or wherever, tell me the other sector which I have forgotten. And wherever the sector, you tell me. Challenge them. You put it on the radio and say, Museveni has challenged the people. If you know another sector has forgotten, bring it up. So, this is the answer for you, those young people. When you say young people, I am a former young person. Don't you see me here? Young people. We have seen young people since time immemorial. I am a former young person. So I know how to be young, I know how to be middle age, I now know also how to be old. I know everything. So, please, when you find our children going to Dubai, what are you going to do in Dubai? Eh? Here we have got more potential for more jobs than the Dubais can have. Eh? We've got everything here. Muleka obugagga wano ne mugendeyo okukola ng'abaddu gye mugenda. Nze sifuluma, there's UN now, there's something UN is going on. Nze ndi wano mbyange. Fortunately, I've got my young people, they are there in the UN. I can send you there to the UN. Nze ndi wano. Okay, how many remaining?
Owekitiibwa President, Shamshad Naluja.
The other man, Julius Muchunguzi, is now doing some work. He has been around for some time, rumor mongering. Ani muzukuru?
Nalongo Shamshad Naluja, okuva ku Bukedde TV. Olw'abantu bawansi ngenda kozesa Luganda. Kati ekibuuzo kyange kiri abasawo, ku muwendo gw'abasawo gwe tulina mutono ddala, naddala basawo abalabirira abaana abazaalibwa nga tebannatuuka, ekiviirako ba mothers abamu okufiirwa abaana baabwe oba oluusi n'obulamu bwabwe, n'ebiba byennyini incubators eziteekebwamu abaana bano nga bakazaalibwa tuyina ntono naddala mu government facilities. Mu kino ekisanja ekitandika, Mr. President, ogenda kukola atya ensonga eno okulaba ng'ogitereeza bulungi?
To explain it well, I may have to use English. Narongo will have to forgive me.
It's okay, Mr. President.
Because the NRM health plan is integrated. Because we came from the rural areas when we were fighting. That's why we started with prevention. But some people don't concentrate on it. And the prevention meant you take the health care up to the sub-county. Have a health center 3 there. That health center does immunization, which is doing very well. That's why you are all here. You show me an NRM child who is lame because of polio. Obulabe byonna bya Narongo biri awo. Tewali mulema. Because of the immunization. And this is just one element of prevention, just immunization. But the problem is that you don't listen to the message of the NRM. Suppose you added nutrition, just educating the people what to eat, what to eat, what to eat, what to eat. And you added hygiene. And you added careful lifestyle. You don't go for alcohol, you don't go for umaraya, And we dealt with malaria, sleeping under the bed nets. How many diseases would remain? Because most of the diseases are covered. Now, the obstetrics you are talking about, if you go to the health center 3, if you do antenatal, they call it antenatal, they would have seen your baby inside the womb, how the baby is. But people don't do that. So, when we started, the health center cities were supposed to be 1 per sub-county. At that time, we had like 2,000 sub-counties. I'm sure I have not checked. But if you check, you may find that all the old sub-counties already now have health center 3, the old ones. The ones they say don't have are the new ones. I will check it. And the reason we selected the sub-county is that it is because I know what a sub-county is. I know the ones of Ankorea, I know the ones in Ruero here, like Semuto, Gobakuzarawa, Nalongo.
Masaka Sera.
Masaka sijimanyi bulungi abana buddu abo nabayita mbwisi. Naye Ruero, if you take like Semuto sub-county, from Semuto to the boundary with Makurubita, just 2 miles, Maware. From there to the boundary with Kapeka, like 3 miles. So the reason we said health center 3 at the sub-county, you could even walk to the sub-county, you didn't even have to use means. But people don't concentrate on this. They don't listen, they don't. So if there was this proper antenatal, a lot of those problems could be avoided. But I have heard your statement about the premature and the incubators and all that. I will check. That one I don't want to talk about what I'm not sure about.
Thank you so much.
But I can tell you, if we use the prevention, you get rid of 70% of the sicknesses. The last one.
Neyanza nyo His Excellency amanya nze mwesigwa David nga nkola ne Galaxy TV mugwo mukaga lwe nali mu State House. His Excellency natusa report je wali nga nkugamba nti amalwaliro naddala ery'emukono Kayunga ne Namuganga Health Center siri mulimu obuze bugamba nti mu ddwaliro ly'emukono General Hospital abakazi bazaalira wansi n'abazadde ku ssaawa 9 bwe zituuka ssaawa 10 kibakakatako kubaga muveeyo ku bitanda mugende ebweru ne weekanga omwana eyazaddwa ng'ali mu mbeera ennungi ng'afunye amonia kusinziira ku mpewo gy'aba afunye ebweru. Ne nkuleetera ripoota endala, Kayunga General Hospital oxygen plants zaazikira kati temwaka mulamba n'ekitundu. Ne nkuleetera Namuganga Health Center 3 nti eddwaliro ddamba lirina abasawo 4 naye weekend tekola. His Excellency n'osuubiza nti ogenda kukikwatako naye since then ne kaakati tetulabangako kigenda mu maaso. Abakazi bakyeyongera kuzaalira wansi, ekyo kimu. Ekyokubiri, weeyongeddeko n'omuze nti omwana omukazi eyandibadde n'amaanyi agazaala kimukakatako kumusindika mu operation bw'okusobola kweyolera omusimbi. Kyesitegera obunafu His Excellency buli side ki buli eri Ministry of Health eri abakulira amalwaliro oba mu ba RDC and DSOs. Neyanza nnyo Mr. Excellency.
Simanyi oba amanyago ani?
Amanya nze mwesigwa David nga nkola ne Galaxy TV.
Simanyi oba mwesigwa onampayiriza simanyi. Kubanga sitera kwerabira, but I don't remember very well. But fortunately now, totumye wetuukidde mwesigwa kati. Nabanja lyawo. Nabanja yingira mu nsonga ya mwesigwa munango ntwase mwesigwa. Kubanga oba mpayirizo kubanga sibijjukira bulungi. But mwesigwa, you see what you are saying, omanyize kindabye wano mu Uganda kunyooma. Simanyi kunyooma, obutafaayo, obutawuliriza. Mwesigwa sooka owulirize. unakolagana na banja rubanyuma simanyi oba kunyoma oba ki kubanga owulira mwesugwa byagamba omujuzo oguli mu district hospital mukono gyagamba is already a district hospital. Kayunga is a district hospital. The plan was decentralize all those problems to the health center 3 so that you have got less numbers. Omujuzo go ebitanda biweddewo okusula ku lubaraza okuzala in the veranda. It's because the plan was never listened to. Because how many people are giving birth in a sub-county? They are not the same numbers when you gather to, you bring all the Bakunja, you bring all the other people, they all come to Mukono. The number is bigger. So there is some issue of discipline. Mulago is supposed to be a referral hospital. But people turned it into a primary health care hospital. Uwomusuja, Wechidukano, agenda Mulago. Even when we built Kawempe, we built this other one, Chirudu, said, Mutanikireyo, Bona. So the issue of discipline, I think also the leaders don't insist. Because if there was, you count how many health centers I will check when I come in the afternoon on the rally. I will talk about it. How many health centers we have now? Do you know?
Your Excellency, we have 1,553 health centers 3s. 1,500.
And how many were the old sub-counties?
They were less than 1,000.
No, they were like 1,200.
And then we have 230 health center 4s. Because where we put a health center 3, where we have a health center 4, we don't put health center 3. So if you add 1,500 health center 3s, then 2,030 health center 4s, that gives you 1,700 sub-counties, each with a health unit.
Yes. So I can conclude here, Mwesugwa, and all of you, by giving you example of our time. Mom and myself, we were born in a place called Ruhama. Ruhama was together with Rwampara. They were one. It was all called Rwampara. Now that time, what they were calling a dispensary, what you can call a health center 3, was only one in Chinoni. Now Chinoni is 25 miles from Tungamo, where we were born, and is 15 miles from Barara. And Rwampara would go from Barara on the way to Kabare up to mile 48. And we had only one health center, equivalent of one health center 3. Now, all those sub-counties have health centers. The ones over Rwampara, Muizi, Bugamba. Biaranga can check for me later on. You tell me how many health center 3s are in Rwampara. The old Rwampara, which was Rwampara Rahama. How many are there now? I know that in our time it was one. So that was our strategy. Have more health centers so that you deal with all the prevention there. What should be going to the district hospital should be, we even provided for surgery at the health center 4. Surgery at health center 4. But they don't use it. Babuka. So they all come and... Thank you so much.
You asked for 6, and the last one is this one.
Oh.
Sir.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Erios Namugambe. I work with Channel 44. I will also ask mine in Luganda.
Okay.
Echange chikwata kubyanjigiriza wayogedde ku byenjigiriza ebyobwereere bye wateekawo naddala mu masomero aga primary naye mangi ku masomero gano mu byalo eyewala abaana basomera wansi mu miti ate n'abasomesa ennaku zino babadde beekalakaasa nga tebasasulwa ssente bulungi n'entono ze balina obbasasula ate kumpi balina zikkubira bikonde tebazifuna abaana bangi ennaku zino tebakyasoma abali mu byalo ogenda kukola otya mu kisanja kino okulaba ng'ensonga eno egonjoolwa ate era mu byalo eyo amasomero agasinga tegali nnyo kumpi n'abayizi bangi bakyatambula eŋŋendo empanvu ogenda kikola otya mu kisanja kino jjajja mwami?
Now let's see how many primary schools do we have now? Government ones, if you know.
Your Excellency, we have 12,549 primary schools run by government.
12,000.
12,000, yes, sir.
Olumuzukulu amanyago muzukulu abadani?
Erios Namugambe.
Na?
Namugambe.
Namugambe.
Yes.
Now Namugambe pulani ye twatandika nayo yali okufuna essomero lya gavumenti erya primary bulumuluka. Owulire Namugambe va ku byabyalo hanga aleme okudaivating owulirize ebyajjajja mwami kati you check this, the parishes. When we started, I remember the parishes were like 5,000.
When we started the UPE, the parishes which had a primary school were 6,880. We now have 12,000 primary schools. So we have like doubled the number of...
No, but how many were the parishes?
I will check that.